Hi there, going to take a look at the Moon Valley edition to this game ARID today. So we've just broken through from Mining Town. We've gone through the 7 boulders over there. There's a bed at the end here if we needed to sleep. Now as you can see, all of our bars in the bottom left there are about halfway, but that's manageable. Now if we look at our inventory, there's a few things that I brought along the way. I made a point of bringing a load of metal scrap. Also 2 bolts, could have looked for more, but there are plenty to find on this map. But I found 1 hook somewhere, so I brought that. Would have been good to bring, actually no, one's enough, but it's useful to bring that one. Now one thing I do have is some cooked mortar, because we do get to need this later on. So you can make the uncooked in any crafting station, and then you have to cook it up in a fire. What else? We got 9 boards here because I know that we need them quite soon. We got 3 unrefined wood. We need a total of 4 to get our flare gun made, which is what we're going to do. And so that's the main thing. So let's get to it. Now, first thing we see is this chest, and it has some food and also a pickaxe, which we're going to need actually. But we're at 38, so this is going to put us heavy. So what we're going to have to do is eat some of this heavier food, which gets us full. Okay, so let's just limp our way up to the saltpeter factory. If you look in the left there, it says repair the broken stairs and gain access to the saltpeter factory. So the saltpeter factory is right ahead, we can see it. So we're overweight, we're moving slowly, and we just have to limp our way up there. So just go up here. I'll probably just fast forward here to the bottom of the stairs. Right, so we're dragging our heels up onto the bottom of the stairs here. Now the stairs we need to repair are right there. We're going to have everything we need apart from 2 bolts. There we go. That gets rid of a lot of our weight as well. So we can start to look around for the extra 2 bolts. And if we look in here, conveniently there are 2 bolts right there. So let's grab those. Now I don't know if we've got enough metal scrap, but I'm going to take it anyway. Food we don't need. There's something to read there. I think we need a couple more plant fibers, so I'm just going to grab a couple more. So then we get to complete our stairs and head up. So first thing I'm going to do is just go over to this over here. Because there's something that's going to be important later, and that is sulfur. And just remembering that we got 3 sulfur there. I'm also going to grab these planks. So I know we need a couple. So there's some more metal scrap here, so we're just going to grab that. No, I'm going to leave that. Okay, so let's get up to what is our advanced crafting table, which is where we get to make the flare to get out of the game. So if you look on our left here, you've got a couple of bolts here, which I think we need to fix the table. Yep, there we go. Alright, so now we need to make our flare gun to get out of the game. And if you look down here, we need a wooden handle. In fact, we're going to need 2 of these, because we also need to make a hammer. Because if you look at either of these 2 things, we need a hammer to make it. And we also, of course, need a hammer to make the flare gun itself. Now, wooden handle, we need 4 unrefined wood. We've got 3, but we can easily find another one. We're going to need glue. This, we need 2 hooks, some bolts, which we can make. But the main thing here is the explosive compound. Now, if you look at the explosive compound, right there, we need, for each one, we need 3 sulfur, we need 3 saltpeter, and we need a piece of coal. So we're going to need, because we need 4 explosive compounds, we're going to need a total of 12 sulfur, 12 saltpeter, and some coal. So pet biscaccia down there if you want to play with it. So we're going to get rid of a bunch of weight here. So let's see, we do need the pickaxe. So let's just see what we don't need. Don't need to carry that. Don't need to carry that. that, 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 that. So we're under 20, which is good. We don't need that. 16. Okay, so that's good. Alright, so let's go get some sulfur now. First things first, we have no water, but we can get some in here, so let's do that. Alright, now thirst is full and our canteen is full. But we got a problem on energy if you look down there, so let's do something about that too and drink our coffee.
Up and at 'em.
Alright. So first thing we're going to do before we get to the sulfur is just head over here, because we're going to need some energy later on, so we need some honey. Now there's some bees in here, so let's... But we also need some glue and leather for some of the things we need to make later, and there happens to be a dead viscatia right here.
No.
So we're going to need him.
Bees!
But there's also a hammer there, which we're going to need. Could have left that. Okay, so we got some bee stings along the way there, so we lost some health. If you look at it, not much, but a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead, grab some more metal scrap here. We've got another bolt. More metal scrap. We're going to have to make some bolts later, I think. I don't think there's any way to avoid it. But we started out quite... So if you look at the bottom there, you've got a bee sting thing on the right. You've got 3 icons at the bottom, and that... Oh, now you've got 2. You see that yellow one on the bottom there? It's kind of counting down. So we're losing health while that's on its countdown thing. If we look in status, you got bee sting. That'll go away shortly, and we'll stop losing health. Anyway, we've got a bolt here. Some cloth. I don't think we need any more cloth, but I'll take it anyway. We do need some coal to make the explosive compound. I think we have enough, but there are 4 pieces here that we can grab. And that should be enough. Now if we look at our weight, we're at 23, but as soon as we use this pickaxe, that's going to put us under 20. So I think we're good. So we don't have to dump off anything in there. So let's just go ahead and carry on. So if we go through this cave here, press T to get our torch out. So this is where we get to see this boulder here, where we get the one use of our pickaxe. So now that puts our weight under 20, which is good. There's some things there, but we don't really need it, so I'll leave it alone for now. So T, put our torch away. So there are a few things here. You've got some water barrels on your left just in case you needed it. Some more scrap, which I'm going to take just in case I don't have enough. And then we're going to move on and start getting our sulfur sorted out. Remember, we need 12 and we've got 3 already. Now our energy is looking low, so I'm going to guzzle some, not sulfur, but some honey. There you go. So we've got full energy now. You know you're at the right place if you see this barrel on the left hand side in these tracks. And we're going to get to see some more bees here, so we're going to have to lose some more health to them. But what we want is in that chest right there. That is the sulfur. And I think we get, yeah, we get a shovel as well. Alright, so there's a broken bridge I haven't explored. I don't think you can do anything there, but anyway, let's get away from these bees. And as you can see, we got another bee sting. So we're going to lose some more health. But we're still over half, so we're good. So coming over in this direction, mine is right there. We come to this thing here, which is like a death pit with our Bigfoot friend's footprints all over the place. Presumably this is where he brings his victims. And we got more sulfur. Cloth, and a bunch of bones if we needed it, which we don't. So moving on. So come out of there and you've got this big boulder on your right hand side with some bones there if we needed them, which we don't. But I guess if you're just hanging around exploring and making a lot of tools, then the bones might come in handy, but we're just going for the flare gun and out approach just for now. And there's some more sulphur there. So including the 3 that we found in the saltpeter factory, that is now 3, 6, that's enough sulphur to get out of the game. So now let's just head back and get the flare made. I'll just identify a couple of other places where we could also get more sulphur if we wanted to. So I guess that's a total of what, 18 I've found. There might be more in the game, I'm not sure. So our cave is over there, remember? And we're coming out of the desert through the gully over here, which is an alternative way in, of course. Okay, sunburn, so use up one of... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. What I meant to do was this, right? So that aloe vera clears our sunburn completely and then gives us 50% protection. So that's all we need for today. We started first thing in the morning, and so the factory is up there. There's a rope here that you could prepare for a quick way up and down to this area. I'll do another video just exploring this whole area, but this one's just going to be focused on getting the flare gun made. So you come up to here with these 2 boards. Undo the bottom one here. Come through, and there's more sulphur right here. And more water if we needed it. So now we can head up to the factory and we can start to get our flare gun made. The only thing we're missing is 1 piece of unrefined wood, and we are missing 12 saltpeter, which is on the floor of the factory. So if you wanted more sulphur, that rope right there, you can climb up across here, get onto that platform over there down the rope, and there's some more sulphur there. There might be some more lying around, but I only found 18. So this is where we came in from mining town, remember? So we've gone full circle. And it brings us back to the factory. Now we're doing all this in daytime. We get the monster at night time, and I'll cover that in the other video where we explore a bit, but also get to deal with him. So remembering that we are 1 piece of unrefined wood short, we're just going to head over here. And our unrefined wood is right here. So now we've got enough. We're only saltpeter short. There's a bed to repair there if you wanted to spend more time here and sleep. I'm just going to get the metal out of here, because I think we're going to end up a bolt or 2 short. I can't remember if we've got enough scrap metal. I think we do. Alright, so we need 12 saltpeter, so that's 2, 4, and there's a biscaccia down there as well, which we may need for glue or leather later on, so we're going to grab him. So I think that's 6, 8, 10 biscaccia. This should be 12 saltpeter, just one more pile just for good luck. So now we've got everything we need, and we can go ahead and make our flare. It's just a case of figuring out what we need to do. So let's just grab everything. So, firstly, the explosive compound. Remember, we needed 4 of these, so we're going to make those first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we need to break this guy up because I think we need the leather for the leather strips and also that guy. Alright, so now let's look at what we need for the flare gun. So wooden handle. Now we need 2 wooden handles because we also have to make a hammer, so we're going to need 2 pieces of glue. So let's do that. 1, 2. So now we can make 2 wooden handles. 1. And our knife broke, so we'll have to make another one. Alright, so there's our second wooden handle. So now we've got the wooden handle. For the flare we need to make a hammer, so let's make a hammer. Firstly, it's just, oh, there we go, we've got everything we need. Nice. So back to the flare gun. So we need a flare. Now to make a flare we need the metal casing and 2 explosive compounds. So let's go to the metal casing, which we've got 3 cloth and metal scrap. We're good. And now we can make the flare. Alright, so now back to the flare gun. So our improved hammer broke, but we've got our hammer and that's what we need. So as far as the flare gun mechanism, we need 2 metal hooks and bolts, and we need 4 leather strips. So let's make the leather strips. So that made 5 leather strips, which is enough, and we need a hook. Now if you look in this bottom drawer here, there's a hook right there. Remember, we brought one with us. If we didn't, I guess we would have to make one, which I think we can do anyway. Yeah, we could have been easily made one there. So that wouldn't have been a problem if we didn't bring that hook. But let's just go back to our flare gun. So we need the flare gun mechanism and the metal frame. Now if you saw the metal frame up here, we've got what we need. So let's do that. So now it's just the flare gun mechanism. We need a bolt for that, but we can make those. So let's go ahead and do that. This gives us 2 bolts. So we have plenty of metal scrap after all. So now we can make the flare gun mechanism, and that will enable us to make the flare gun. There we go, done. So now the objectives change to climb the tallest mountain in the area and shoot the flare to signal your location to Bubba. And I've got another video where we do just that. But this video was just about finding the materials, getting the flare gun made so that we were in a position to leave the game if we wanted to. So that's how we go about it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope that was useful or helpful, and hope to see you next time. Bye.